Hello fans, welcome back. We're at the corner flag once again. Now, a lot of things happened in week 1 of the Red Stripe Premier League. And you know what I love the most about football? It's not played on paper. You have to go out on the field and get the job done. When I told you that I wouldn't bet on Marvel going all the way down to Westport Park and getting a win against the defending champions, Montego Bay United, I meant it. But you know what? That's exactly what Marvel went and did. Upset the defending champions 2-1. A great result for a team that is returning to the Red Stripe Premier League after more than 2 decades. A fantastic result. 3 good goals in the game. Otis Friend scored a very good goal for Montego Bay United. And his goal celebration after the match, he would have won a medal in the Olympics in Rio for his celebrations. But that celebration and his goal got his team 0 points. Marvelling, a brilliant result for them, something for them to build on. Another shocking result was the late game. It is unbelievable to me that the first week of the season, Harbourview could be so unprepared. 3-0 they lost at home to Tivoli Gardens. And a former reggae boy showed them up. Some people would call him a granddaddy in the league now, but Jermaine Teddy Johnson, he had a brace. Tivoli comes away with 3 points. Beautiful for them. They're at the top of the league after 1 match day. Great result. Let us see how they can build on this. Humberland, I told you, last year and the year before, they dropped out in the semi-final. They plan to do better. They've brought in some experience in the squad. A 2-0 win against Boys Town at home. Good platform to get the season rolling. That's another good result for a team that has real intentions. Portmore United, they lost the final last year. They had a solid start, a 1-0 win against Jamalco, who are first-timers in the league, in what is the first Clarendon derby for the season. Good for them. They now have something else to build on. So the teams that mean business are showing their hands. Another team that had a good win was UWFC. I told you, Marcel Gale, he spent his life at Waterhouse. He knows the ins and outs of that club, and he was prepared for them. A 1-0 win at home, a brilliant start for UWI, who lost 3-0 in their first game last season in their inaugural season in the league. So to start with a win is a good thing for them. They will look to build on that. So there were some good results for a few teams. Arnett Gardens, former champions, they drew at home because they weren't actually at the jungle with Reno FC. Good start for Reno to get a point away. They were happy with the point. That was the sentiments for them. But all in all, good start to the league, a lot more excitement, a lot of fun we expect on week 2, but it's a good start to the league. Look for more. One of the great innovations that Red Stripe has brought to the league is the weekly press conference. We stopped by and we spoke to some of the players from some of the clubs. One of them, Marvel Huende, we spoke to the coach, Ed Sims. We asked him, how is it that you keep your players grounded after a great win like that? And this is what he told us.
Well, it's very simple, you know. That's one game of 9 months of football. You cannot win the championship by winning 1 game. It's only 3 points, and you need at least 55 points to win the championship. So that we have to remain know that we have work to do, and each game is like a final. We have to just play each game like it's our last.
One of the interesting things about getting a big win like Marvel did is the effect that it has on the players. Now, Nakwen Parchment, he was also at the press conference. The training sessions, he says, is like match day.
Well, it has boosted their morale tremendously. Everybody is there at training on time, even before training. We start putting a lot of extra work now. So everybody is good. The community is going. The training sessions are filling up the capacity. I think that there's a match playing over by the park right now. So the team is upbeat and we're ready for it. We're humbled by the win, but we know we have a lot of work to do and we're ready to do the work.
Marvel UNN will host Portmore United, former champions as well, on Sunday at the Constant Spring Field. That is the ground that they'll be using for their home ground for this season, and they're expecting it to become a fort for them. Hopefully it can, and will be able to help them to propel themselves. It should be a good game. It starts at 3:30 like all other games this weekend, so you can go there and watch. Another game on tap, FC Reno. They renamed, they rebranded. They're FC Reno. They host Humberland. The Lions are ready to roar. They have a plan this season to win the Red Stripe Premier League. Twice they've failed at the penultimate hurdle. they have no plans to do that again. We expect them to go out there and put up a good show. But Reno, they say that the problems that they've had, they're over them. We will find out early, because this will be a big test for Reno when they host the Humber Lion at Frome. Tivoli Gardens, they will look to build on a great win. You're coming off a 3-0 win. You host Mobay United, who are wounded. Can they protect the Edward Siaga Sports Complex? Can they get 3 more points? Back-to-back wins would set them up nicely. Back-to-back losses would be a real cog in the wheel. I don't think Mobay United can afford to go 2 down. You don't want to put yourself under that kind of pressure. They will have to show their championship medal. But Orville Powell told us some of his players took a while to get back. They're not in good shape at the moment. Tourists are slow starters. They felt it last week. They have to do a lot of work this week to get to where they need to be. Arnott Guards, they still can't play at home. The second home match ban, they'll serve it. So what are they doing? They're taking their big time opponents, Waterhouse, all the way to Drax Hall for this second home game of the season. Why they're going so far, we don't know. But that's where that game will be. It'll bring some excitement to the countryside, because St. Anne doesn't have a team in the league right now. So fans can go out, watch a good game in the Red Stripe Premier League. Arnott Gardens versus Waterhouse, always a good game. Both teams didn't have the best of starts. They will look, try and find some kind of inspiration. Arnott has 1 point, Waterhouse has 0. Both teams want 3 points. It will be a good game. Boys Town, they're still struggling with home issues. They were playing this home game at the Anthony Spaulding Sports Complex because their rivals can't use their home ground. They will host Harborview. Regardless of the form books, these 2 teams provide entertainment, and you don't know where it will go. Both teams suffered a loss. Both teams will be looking to get 3 points. They need to get something to build confidence. This game could go either way, or it could draw. I would bet on a draw, because both teams are yet to find their feet, and neither team is at home. A draw is a more likely result, but this is football, so anything can happen. We have also another big game. This one is first time entrants Jamalco playing their first home game. The whole of Clarendon will be there, we expect. They'll fill the stadium and they'll be cheering on Jamalco in their first home game. They host Ewing. Now, we spoke to the coach of Ewing and we asked him, Marcel Gale, how will you cope with a full stadium with a team that has nothing to lose coming at you full force? He's ready. He said these words. Also speaking with us was the captain of the UA team, Russian Smith. He helped to bring them all the way from what we call the Bush League up to the Red Stripe Premier League, the top league, and he had these words for us.
I think it's a very good feeling going into this week training, knowing that last season we were on the back foot and now we are 3 points greater than we were last season. So I think going forward it's just more of hard work and mental preparation going into the season.
Now we're expecting a spanking second week. There's a whole lot to choose from. All games begin at 3:30, so you can pick, choose, refuse. Go out and watch it. There's 6 games to choose from. And we're expecting another fantastic week of football in the Red Stripe Premier League. So after one match day, 5 teams have 3 points. Tivoli, they're on top based on goal difference with 3 goals for. Humber Lion, they're in second with 2. Marvelly, they've scored 2, but they've conceded 1, so they're in third. Portmore United is 4th, UA they're 5th. Those are the teams that are in the top 5 with 3 points. Arnott Gardens, they're with a draw, and Reno, they're in mid-table. Mobay United, not a good start for them. They themselves, Jamalco, Waterhouse, Boys Town, Harborview, no points, nothing to talk about. Harborview, they prop up the table simply because they conceded all of 3 goals. The league has changed somewhat. We now have 6 teams that make it to the knockout round. If the knockout round were to start today, the top 6 teams would be Tivoli, Umberland, Marvelly, Portmore, Hewitt and Arnhem. Those teams would be in the playoffs. The rest of the teams will be looking on. It's still early days, it's nothing for anybody to worry about. So the teams at the bottom, they'll be looking to move up. We expect a good game from all the teams this weekend. Anywhere you choose to go, you should find yourself a good game of football. So go out, support our league. It's our league. This is it. At the Corner Flag. We'll be back. Make sure you're here too.